Hello and welcome to another furry quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix. This one of Wayfinder. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io, but they don't have a Patreon for it because, as you can see down there, it's finished, I guess. Also, as well as before your doing starts, if you have any other games to suggest, tell me. And if you want me to play this one through fruition, please tell me, and I'll add a point to the list. So, let's read the synopsis of this game before we start. Oh yeah, and this is made by the same people who made Hearts of Amethyst, I think? Though it does say VNs that I'm reading. Anyways, Wayfinder is a gay furry visual novel that takes place in a fictionalized city along the eastern United States. The main character, Fynn, is a human who learns that he is what is known as a finder, someone who can glean the truth of objects and people by seeing through glamour magic, feel the intention of those around him, and see the truth in people's hearts, and help them find their way. You know, just a random tangent. Over the past 20 years, I've heard the words, glamour and grimoire and stuff like that become more mainstream, at least with regards to fantasy. I wonder what caused that. Anyways, how do we start this game? But I have to reset my face. There we go. FMA Mix? What's that? Oh. It's some sort of website. Okay, start. Wait, they did have a Patreon there. They didn't say it on the itch.io. Anyways, it's always that day. The boy and his father were finally relaxing at a small campsite. The therapist had suggested a camping trip to help them bond a bit, and help them take their minds off the upcoming date, a troubling one for their family of 3. The boy wished all of them could have gone together. Unfortunately, fate had other plans. So, it was just the boy and his father that day. There were cloudy skies overhead and a small chill to the wind, with the sound of rain not too far off. It looks like rain, his father had said. Or at least, the boy had thought he had said something of the sort as he took in the wet, earthy smell. The campsite overlooked a large forest, lush and expansive. I would like to go to some place like this. Deciduous trees adorned the land as far as the eye could see. Many birds. Shit. One sec. Sorry for that cut. I heard some kind of noise, and I guess that might have been the game. I didn't want to talk about gay furry stuff while family's home. I mean, they know I like dudes, but still. I wonder if they could take the furry stuff as well. Anyways, deciduous trees, many birds fluttering here and there, and the unmistakable visage of raccoons and squirrels foraging on the brush below. Oops, I have to click here first. We're still recording? Cool. The trek up the mountain was almost worth it for the view alone. The boy nodded along to his father's tales long gone, half present, and as the rest of his mind wandered the forest. His mind had been gliding through the trees along his bird friends, chatting here and there to one another without hiding from the weather, finding food, and they'd all fly to warmer skies. I guess it's fall? I mean, that's what the trees look like. It was one of those fleeting moments of contentment. Gotta love those moments. A rare thing to come by in a way, yet as refreshing as a seaside tide spray on a sweltering summer's day. Had the boy known then what sort of tragedy was to befall him, would he instead have listened to his father's tales? Tales of the friend his father had saved from embarrassment 8 years ago, of the way his father had proposed to his mother, or the envelopment where the same friend stood as a witness. Envelopment? In times of great sadness, or in times of dreadful loneliness, the boy will come to ask himself if things are as bad as that day. That day, the boy's worst day, now seems just a stray thought away. Yet his sorrow and regrets always bring him back to this day. This day, in the moments of contentment, where the stories of his father and mother blur into daydreams of flying, where he'd always find a small, temporary sanctuary away from grief. The splattering of rain touched the boy's hand, snapping him from his daydreams. Wayfinder. Chapter 1, Home at Last. Might want to put the effects down a bit. Do-do-do. Maybe just a tad bit more. As a test. Sounds like me snoring. Got him. I walk up to the student housing building hurriedly, my damp backpack hanging over the shoulder of the arm I'm using to hold my umbrella. My other hand is holding my phone to my ear, listening carefully over the sound of rain to try and open the door. Realizing it's locked, I reach my lanyard over to the door to scan it for entry. Of course it doesn't read. Stinking scanners. I furiously smash it like I'm doing one of those random button events or QuickTime events. Finally, the scanner reads the card, and the door unlocks. I enter the building and shake off my umbrella and close the door behind me. As I ascend the stairs to the third floor, I reach my assigned living space. My mom's voice comes over the phone again as I fumble in my pocket for the keys. Of course, as soon as I manage to get things out of my pocket, I drop them. Oh? Fuck off. Wait, oh fuck off. Excuse me, did I hear you right? I bend down to pick them up. I laugh at my clumsiness. A perfect cap off to a frustrating day. Mom, I said, oh fudge off. Not you, Mom. I drop my keys. 1 sec. Got him. As I rise, I feel the top of my head hitting the doorknob. Ugh. I sigh, raise my hands to hold the door, to steady myself. That wasn't very nice, doorknob. I looked over at the nameplate on the door. There's a smudge where my first name is, so I wipe it off. I just see what their thing is. What was that, Fynn? Did you hit your head again? No comment. Maybe. She knows me too well. After finally getting the key in the lock, I unlock the door and open it, turning on the lights. So, are you sure you're okay and don't need me to come down there to get you? Also, this is a nice looking apartment. Kind of reminds me of my college apartment when it was like 3 people to a dorm room. I mean, it did have, this and that. I think we had to buy that, actually. It did have this kind of island thing. It was good times. Also quite a bit of drinking, too. It wasn't when I was, having problems with it. I do remember praying to the porcelain god quite a few times. Haven't done that in years. Praying to the porcelain god. Good thing, too. I'm fine, Mom. Just got to my apartment. Yes, I am locking the door behind me. Sorry for again the tangent. I lived with people that didn't lock the door to the apartments. You don't have a television in the living room right here, dog. Could you try and lock the door to the apartment where all our stuff is? Somebody might want to take my plates. I knew she asked, so I figured I'd answer beforehand. Okay, just make sure you lock. She realizes I also know her too well and laughs. I walk past my kitchen and living room area and stop just outside my open door, bedroom door. Fynn, are you going? Wait, you are going to be here, aren't you? It'll be your father's birthday. I sigh. realizing the date. I walk in the bedroom without even bothering with the light. I won't need it. So is father dead? It's not that dark, what with the lights from the city coming in through the window and my computer screen being on. Of course, Mom. I wouldn't let you handle all that without me. Thankfully, it's on Sunday and I don't have class until Tuesday afternoon, so you don't have anything to worry about. I'll be there. I can just do anything I need to get done Monday. I see my fluttery, gray-furred cat, Linus, tapping the window with his paw. Gotta go, Mom. I need to study and convince Linus that it's too rainy to go out. My mom laughs, probably louder than she meant to. She's already had a few glasses of wine, it seems. Okay then, Fynn. You be good now. I love you. I'm gonna go have a martini. Also remember, kids, as much as I like drinking, don't drink. It's a trap. And I'm not even being, facetious. I know so many alcoholics. It's not funny. Also, is Linus a cat or furry? Also, don't put your cats outside. There's numerous reasons not to put your cats outside. I love you too, Mom. Have a good night over there. And drink water. I hang up the phone, pocketing it. Also, Happy New Year's. It's the first day of the year. Just on bag off near my bed, I walk up to the pleading feline and pat him on the head. Ignoring the intention, he meows at the window. Liney whiny, it's still raining, you goofball. You'll get sick. Don't put your cat outside. Linus 1, Fynn 0. We're Fynn, right? I sigh, reaching over and moving back to the curtains. Then I open the window to the fire escape. I lean out for a moment, taking in the sounds of the city as Linus meows to be let through. A cool breeze gently pushes through my curtains. It's almost enough to forget about how horrible my day has been so far. Almost. I sigh and move backward to pet Linus. Linus hops onto the window frame and outside immediately as I pull back from the window. Nice to see you too. I move back over to my bed and bag on the floor next to it. Leaning on the frame at the foot of my bed, I think back to earlier in the day. It's been a frustrating day to be sure. Even before I draw my keys and hit my head. First, I forgot to upload an assignment to my cloud storage from my desktop for a group project to get it on my laptop. I did try to remember that I had to be working on to help others in my group. I should probably remember to upload that tonight. I always hated group assignments. Terrible. Then I couldn't get my mobile pay app to work and held up a line at the coffee shop on campus for a few minutes. That was so embarrassing. Then, on my way home to campus, I cut through the park and... Actually, never mind. I don't even think about that. It's time to buckle down and study. That history midterm isn't going to pass itself after all. I do miss studying. There's certain studying which was really bad. In college, I remember that they would give you the homework. They would give you all the answers to the homework, but there would be so much homework that just copying down the answers and, the work to do it took hours. It's okay, if we didn't have, the answers and the way to get the answers, how the fuck would we do this anyways? It takes hours to just copy the stuff. How? But, when I went to college and other times, oh, I understand this stuff. Study beforehand, so if you have any questions, you can go in class and get them answered, then study afterwards, and you get A's. I pull my noise-canceling headphones out of my bag and walk over to the desk, plugging them into the computer. Opening my browser, I scroll through the playlist of music site to find a good one for studying. After finding one, I pull my laptop out of my bag and plug it into the charger on my desk. I study for about half an hour, making sure to also upload my files to my cloud storage for later. My laptop should be fine to use on my bed now, so I unplug my headphones from the desktop and plug them into my laptop. I plug my laptop from its unplugged laptop from its charger and open it, loading up the same playlist on my browser there. Focusing on the screen, I stand from the seat and move a few feet backward to sit on my bed. When I get to the bed, I put the laptop up against the frame at the foot of the bed so it won't fall off. Sitting down cross-legged on the center of the bed facing the laptop, I pull my textbook out of my bag and open it. Then I get to work. After about another half hour of studying, I start getting a bit drowsy. I notice a faint musky scent, not unpleasant and sort of enticing. That blesses my nostrils after each warm breeze comes from the window nearby me. I lean back into my mess of pillows, find them surprisingly warm and sturdy. I probably shouldn't lie back like this. My lower back is going to hate me. Speaking of which, I should probably sit straight up. I feel strangely comfortable. Safe, even. As I'm reading my textbook, I realize this feeling of safety has been with me for a while. Probably since after the park. I spend another few minutes reading. I feel like I'm lying on a boat, and it's rocking in water. Shit, I dozed off again. The way I'm lying back, and my cozy sweater probably didn't help. I snap up quickly, rubbing the sleep from my eyes. Damn it, how long did I fall asleep for? I looked down at my laptop's clock. 12:30 a.m.? I was out for almost an hour. I need some tea, 'cause I'm British. I can't fall asleep until I at least read this chapter and finish the module. Fucking modules. I hate them. I remember school had modules for physics class. I mean, was it physics class I was angry at? I remember one I grinded really well until I got like an A for like physics 2. But then another one, you put in the right answer and it'll be like, no, it's not 1.5, it's 1.5. 0. It's like, seriously? So I put my headphone back on my ear. They need to be off just in case family comes home early. Again. I get up and head out of my room to the small kitchen. When I get the hot free men, I open the small cabinet above the sink and pull out a box of tea bags and grab a clean mug from the dish drying rack next to the sink. I grab my electric kettle to rinse and fill it up with water. After opening the tea bag packet, I put the bag in the cup and then turn on the kettle heater. I lean against the counter for a minute, watching a small gnat flying around the trash can. Sorry for all the diatribes. I remember having plans and there was tons of gnats on them. Damn, I forgot to take out the trash. Take the trash again. Better get that in the morning. I feel a weary spell wearing off, and hear the click of the kettle finishing its job. I pour the hot water into the cup, slowly putting a few spoonfuls of sugar in, and stirring a bit as the water rises. Also, I need to put up my audio a bit, because it's really low. There we go. Now I can hear stuff better. Once I finished, I walked back into my room, looking at the floor as I walk, and taking a sip. I close and lock the bedroom door behind me and set the mug down on my desk. I lift my sweater up to remove it, pulling my undershirt up with it a bit. As the sweater is over my head, I finally look towards the bed and gasp at the sight of a huge fucking werewolf sitting there. Hello? Though this could be a dream. Sup? You already in my bed? But you have your clothes on still. The situation hits me as I scream. Ah! What the hell? I try to back out of the room as my dumb ass locked the door after I shut it. Are we like apartment group or something? The werewolf, at first wearing a sort of inquisitive expression, suddenly takes on a shocked expression and moves off the bed to rush towards me. This naturally terrifies me. Get the fuck away from me! Ah! The werewolf places a paw on my shoulders and stares down at me, but I'm so freaked out, I swing my fists at his chest blindly. This, naturally, does nothing. Whoa, hey, take it easy there. It's alright, I'm here. His voice is deep and a bit bassy, but not as scared as I expected. He speaks with a faint accent, but I can't quite place it as I'm panicking because of just how he's a fucking huge talking werewolf. You're talking? What the hell's happening? The werewolf places a hand on the back of my head and the other on my back as he pulls me closer, making a shh noise and muffling my protest as my face is held against his thick, furry brown chest. Okay, just a random hug would make me uncomfortable, just saying. Shh, you're trembling. Must have gone into shock. It's okay. The bad guys can't get you here. I followed you here to make sure he didn't come back. Okay. I'm gonna make some more tea because you got some tea to spill. It's understandable to have a panic attack after something traumatic like that. You'll be okay. The werewolf is petting my head now, and I'm struggling to push myself away. I finally succeed a bit, as my hands push against his obliques, and I find tender muscle. He flinches a bit. What are you talking about? Get away from me. Help! Help? I'm already helping you. You're having a panic attack from what's happened in the park. I scoff and bark back as I pull away at last, the wolf looking stunned and confused. That is not why I'm freaking out. Get off me. Oh. What made you so scared then? You've got to be kidding me. Is he really this dense? You're a werewolf. Werewolves are real. The werewolf scoffs at me and gestures reassuredly. I'm a wolf giant, not a werewolf. Wait, so is he like human-sized or is he like 9 foot tall or something? Because what's a wolf giant? Just saying. Also, it still sounds a bit loud to me, so I'm going to options. Boop. We don't really associate with one another. Oh, okay. I see. Sorry for the mix-up. I say this impulsively, then realize the bigger issue. Wait, wolf giants are real too? Well, yeah. But at least I'm not a werewolf. He laughs heartily and pats me on the head. I swat his hand away. That's not any better. You said that as if the concept of wolf giants is less scary than werewolves. It's not. You know that, don't you? He considers this for a moment, then shrugs. I don't know why you're so surprised about this. You are a finder, after all. Is this a game where I click on this stuff and it tells me about things? Nope, guess not. I stare at him incredulously as I meet his gaze, his eyes the color of natural jade. I'm a what? You're a wizard, Harry. After scratching gently at his white muzzle for a few moments, he speaks again. You're a finder. Surely you've already awoken. You can see me for what I am, after all. So, like... Okay, question. Would he be invisible? Would he appear as another person, or would he appear as like an animal or something? Just saying. Because if some random person just came into the apartment, just saying. I'm getting frustrated, so I think of how to politely ask the large wolf man for his thing to leave. Look, Mr. Wolf Giant. He stands with his arms crossed, looking concerned, but he smiles at me, as though pleased at himself. My name is Arkin. Right, Arkin. I'm Fynn. Listen, I'm sure you're nice and all, and this Finder stuff sounds cool, but I really don't want to know anymore. Oh? Is that so? You sure? Arkin walks over to the bed again and sits on it. Rude. I didn't even invite you into my home, let alone over to my bed. Now you're just relaxing like you own the place. You want to just be a regular old mortal? Yes. I lie. Truthfully, I'm very intrigued, but I have more than enough regular old mortal shit to deal with right now. I don't need to find more things. Find more. Thanks. Arkin chuckles a bit, and then looks at me with the eye again. I might have scared that guy off earlier, but your power helped to save your life tonight, Finder. Don't believe me? Think back to what happened, and think about that feeling you had the moment you sensed your body tense up when you knew there was danger. I don't want to think about it, but I suppose I should give it a shot. After all, he was right. I remember feeling that exact feeling. I think back to that afternoon. So, what can you remember exactly? Give me a moment. I think it was near sunset. It was near sunset. I remember now. I do like that bird sound there. Reminds me of home. I was walking home from classes and decided to cut through the park. I stopped at the tree that had a bench underneath because I saw my favorite flower nearby. Okay, what are mums? I'll have to pick the right thing. Mums, flowers. Okay. And heck, roses. Daisies. Are daisies flowers? Or what am I thinking of? I mean, mums look pretty cool. Mums, huh? A fitting choice. They suit you. Yeah, thanks. I want to stop and sit for a few moments to take in the view and sit on the bench. After a few minutes, I close my eyes to listen to the birds call. The leaves in the trees rustling above luring me to sleep. Shit, I dozed off. The sky had long since darkened. I stand up and try to gain some bearings. Grab my bag off the floor and looking around, I find the path I trailed off to sit under the tree in the first place. I see the direction I need to take to get home and begin my trek. I was walking home after I woke up, but a strange feeling came over me. It felt like danger, but more than that, it felt like something darker. Like someone wanted to hurt me. Or worse. I shudder as a gust of cold wind caresses my face and hands. I should have brought a jacket instead of a sweater, but hindsight and all that. As I'm walking, I hear the set of footsteps behind my own, matching my pace, but obviously trying to be quiet. I pick up the pace a bit, as I start to feel some strange sensation tingling at the back of my neck. It's as if someone's hand were right behind my neck, It's not quite touching me, but not close enough to feel. I know whoever's behind me isn't that close. I'd feel it, wouldn't I? The danger I was in. Was that real? I never saw anything, but I absolutely felt it. After a few moments, I hear it. Just barely louder than my own footsteps, but definitely clear enough to tell me I should be worried. Click. That sound. I've heard it before. Not as soft as a pen, but pretty close. For some reason, my body is telling me to run, so I do. I run as fast as I can, but I hear footsteps behind me, maybe 10 feet back and gaining on me. I'm too close to the exit to give up now. But then, just like that, I feel it. The feeling of safety. Something kind, and with good intentions. Was that you, I wonder? A strange, guttural growl rings out from behind me, alongside a horrified scream. I turn around while running, now expecting some nightmarish monstrosity to be shambling after me. But there was no one. Nothing. The light of the lamp post, along with the trail which I had been fleeing, illuminates the area around me just enough to see within maybe 5 yards of the trail on either side. I could see most of the trail all the way back to the tree I had woken up from, no, 5 minutes before. Panting from the exercise, I look all around and see no others in the vicinity. I swallow my anxiety and fear and turn to leave the park, shrugging. I guess it was some prank or something. People are assholes. Dude, it's just a prank, brah. I hate those people. I mean, I've never met them, thankfully, but still. It's like, ooh, well, here's a prank right here. It involves my 2 fists, lefty and righty. Anyways, jokes. I pull out my phone, and realize my mom had tried to call me, but my phone is on silent. I dial her number, just as I feel a few drops of rain touch my skin. I'm still a bit shaky, but glad nothing worse has happened. I shake my umbrella out of my bag and open it as I lift my phone to my ear, draping my bag over my shoulder. Maybe I should turn it down a bit, because I guess usually I'm about this close or something. It is kind of maybe not the best with regards to stuff. I mean, it does seem like the same distance. Anyways. Hello? Fynn? Is everything alright? You didn't answer. Hey, Mom. Something strange just happened. I begin to walk to the exit nearby. Looking back, that feeling of safety followed me the whole way home. You really were there the whole time, weren't you? Yes. I couldn't risk anything happening to you, now that I found you. Also, I was like right beside you, but you're just kind of out of it, you know? Not any sort of, like, glamour. I see that now, but why? Why were you looking for me? All things in time, Finder. So the Finder was found. So, you still won't tell me what this is all about? Well, I was about to, but you just kind of went off on diatribe. It gives me a pensive look, then sighs. It's not that it won't, Fynn. It's just that you keep interrupting me. I give him a puzzled look in return. I'm not allowed to. You understand everything in a few days' time. I sigh and slump a bit, but decide to change the subject, since it seems I won't learn anything from this line of questioning. 2. Were you in here the whole time? Was that you resting against? No, wait, I was resting against? He tenses up, as though he didn't think I'd figure out he was the sturdy pillows all along. Arikan nods, and if wolves could blush, I swear he'd be bright red. I mean, he is blushing somehow. He clears his throat. Yes, I was just trying to offer you as much comfort as I could. I even jerked you off there. In hindsight, I should have made myself known. I thought that you wouldn't know that a wolf giant... The thought that you wouldn't know what a wolf giant is had eluded me. Where I'm from, we're the norm, so to speak. Others are just used to us. It really is a bit dense, but I suppose I can forgive that. Well, I don't know you much, but I trust you won't hurt me at least. His face lights up at this. Oh, so you figured it out after all. Not exactly sure what he means. For a guess. Well, that feeling of safety and protection never left me. More than that, though. If you wouldn't hurt me, you could have well before now. Like when I fell asleep against you. Sorry for freaking you out, big guy. Wait, he's calling me a big guy and he's a wolf giant? I'm not used to all this. And I'm still not sure I want to be part of this. I still have all that regular old mortal stuff to deal with after all. Arkin chuckles at this and tosses my hair with a paw-like hand. Hey, stop doing that. I swipe it away with a grunt and he moves over to the window, still smiling. Well, Finder. I hope you can learn to trust your power and see that it's a boon to yourself as well as those around you. Have a nice night, little guy. Oh, I called him big guy. Don't call me that. Turnabout's fair play. Arkin, 1, Fynn, 0. I walk towards him, now aggressively shooing him out the window with my arms so I can finally have my peace and quiet. Away with you now. No more cryptic shit. He laughs, and soon his entire body is out the window. Shit, I almost forgot. He's about to leave when I call after him. Arkin! His woven face pops through my curtains. It'd be horrifying if it weren't kind of adorable. Yes, Fynn? I move closer and smooch him. I move closer and move in to hug him. His face softens as he realizes and lets me reach around him. Thank you for saving me. I might not be alive if you hadn't. He smiles at me again, his eyes meet mine, and then moves away from the window. I see his form jump away from the balcony through the curtains. At first I worry, but then I remember how he's helped me in the park. How he helped me in the park earlier. That doesn't stop the feeling of my heart racing. Adrenaline must have delayed it. It feels like my heart is going a mile a minute. My stomach is in knots because of wolf knots. I sink to my knees and hold on to the window for support, even in spite of my forearms and legs feeling like they're jelly. Come on, Fynn. You've beaten this before. Breathe in, slow. Hold it, good. Breathe out, slower. Breathe in, nice and deep. Slowly. Hold it, breathe out. As I'm exhaling, Linus jumps to the window and curls up next to my leg. I pet him and count the strokes, and eventually I feel myself breathing at a regular pace again. When the panic attack finally goes away, I keep petting him until I feel sleepy. My day has been rough, but that really took it out of me. I get up and close the window, getting ready to sleep. How are we on time? And when I sleep, I dream. I stand in a field full of grass and wheat and flora, the largest, most expansive field I have ever seen. The sky seems endless. The light in the distance is somehow soft and stroking and strong all at once. I get this feeling, one I've never felt before, like some yearning that is forced upon me. I struggle against it, but my desire overwhelms me, and I make it my mind. No, a mind decides for itself. I need to follow my instinct and run towards the light. I chase the light for minutes, for hours, days, weeks, and months. The sky shifts from dawn to day. The ground grows rough and angles upward, including so steep I'm surprised I'm still moving forward at all. I can see the forests and lakes and oceans around me as I ascend this mountain, still chasing the lights in the sky. I've come so far and high. The clouds roll by at the edge of the precipice as day turns to dusk. Still, the sky calls to me. The stars stay their course, as all things must. Soon enough, I come to rest by a lone tree atop a mountain, as the sun has returned to its normal place somewhere off out of the reach. And as it wanders farther, I am freed from the wanton need to chase it. I'm free from my duty until I'm needed again. Till I'm needed again. And although I feel reluctant to be called upon when that time comes, I know it's necessary. If I don't, who will? Who will keep the sun from meandering, from stopping altogether? As I gaze up upon the stars, I wonder if he's out there chasing the moon, bound as I am to eternal duty, free only for a time, and then beckoned to once more. I know he hates this burden. I know he wants to be free, to find the path given to us, and find his own, or restore the path we give ourselves, before this was thrust upon us. Find him. Find her, please. Find Fenrir. No, wait, free Fenrir. Not the puppy. Chapter 2, Daydreaming. Now, I know this is a bit premature, since, there's still about, 17 minutes left? But I think that's a decent time to call it. Especially since, kind of like, what was it? Was it previous last thing that we did? What was the last thing we did? Oh, where the demon lurks? No, we didn't seem to have to jump off that one, but we did have to jump off, what was that one called? Oh, I need to move that one anyways, because I just finished it. Before you depart. Yeah. It was short, so I was like, yeah, I'll finish it. And it was like, what, 2 hours long? Because I'm a sweeto. But yeah, it do be like that sometimes. So, guess we'll end this one. So if you want me to play this game, tell me, and I'll give it a point, which will put it up higher on my own personal list, which will mean I'll do it sooner. Hyena. Now, sooner might be a year from now, but, it do be like that sometimes. Also, if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But actually, let's see what happens if we click on Patreon. We need to patronize them. Well, the last thing was August 26th of 2023. I was going to say this year, but 2023 was yesterday. Happy New Year's. But they do have Wayfinder early access for $1? Is this game done or not? Because usually when it has, boop. When they have, this number here, that usually means it's done, right? I don't know. Would have to check. That doesn't seem like they update too frequently. Let's scroll down a bit until we see version 1. Oh. Their whole thing starts with version 1.3. So maybe the game isn't done. I thought it was. I mean, that's what 1 point means. 1 is finished. Point means it's getting maybe a little bit of extra stuff to it. I don't know. It do be like that sometimes. So I guess the game isn't finished. Boo? Yeah, because the thing I have down here is not the most up-to-date version. Since you got it on that child. It do be like that. What else? Oh yeah, if you want to suggest any other games, then tell me, and I'll add it to the list. A quick look. Free visual novels to quick look. And, add to the list. Looks like this person's reading quite a few. There's Heart of Amethyst, Journal, Far Beyond the World, Sileo, Adastra, Shelter, Remember the Flowers, The Smoke Room. Those are all the ones I've done, but they also do show other ones too. Did I say comment, like, subscribe, check out other videos, and spam noodle you animals? Maybe not, but I just said it anyways. So, until next time, another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, of some other game. I guess we could, just go, what are we gonna do? Okay, we only got Changeling Tale, something that somebody said, and an Audible's Tale. Random number gen. Ah, damn it, now I got that thing again. Emotional thing. 1 and 2. Survey says 1. So next week will be a Changeling Tale? Changeling Tale. Which I think might be straight for once. It's nice to have a breath of fresh air from furry gay games. To have a furry straight game. And, And until next time, another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, some other game. Well, that one. So thanks and see you.